Hi guys, I'm Abhay and let's start with a step-by-step guide on how to draw a face. First, begin by outlining the face by drawing and first deciding how much of your paper you like the face to take up. So you can do this by a ruler or just drawing rough lines from top to bottom. Now first start drawing a circular curve in the upper section of the page, bringing two curved vertical lines down to the middle line. Add the jawline and make it more prominent. Then you can add the hairline after the jawline. Mark guidelines and then start with the edges first. Use light pencil first. Just simple light shades strokes. Now continue with the hairline, giving a more prominent look to the upper region. Now taking your pencil, shade around the outside of the eye. Like first start with the eyebrows, shade in varying degrees of light and dark to give your eyes depth. So once you have added this, try to give more darker shades. Now shade around the outside of the eye, around the oval and up to the bottom line of the eyebrows. Shade in varying degrees like light and then dark, so this you can give more depth to your sketch. Now as you did with the eyes, start to go over your light outline that you previously drew for the lips and the shade between the teeth, the darkest pencil that you have with your hand. Now give some light shades, start shading from the bottom of your nose. Now continue shading down from the eye along the center guideline and rough outline you already created for the tip of the nose. Give a more and dark prominent outline to your nose, like two small ovals for the nostrils, and then start shading a slightly lighter shade as you move towards the edges. Now start darkening like this. Now try to make the eyeballs more prominent by darkening them. Do it for both. Now continue shading from left to right. Try to do both the eyes at the same time. Now start shading a slightly lighter shade like this. Try to make few shading light lines moving towards the center from top to bottom and then reverse to create shadow. These guiding lines will make the face look more prominent. Now do the same thing for the other side as well. Try to be symmetric over the edges. Start with the edges. First try to give some few light shades over the left part. Don't be too dark on these sides, just give few light. This way you can give a shadow type of look over here. Now as you shade towards the hairline at the center of the face at the top, keep your pencil as light as possible. The middle and the left of the forehead should be some of your lightest shading to highlight the shadow coming down the left side of the face. Start with much harder and darker shading on the inside corners. Shade very short lines in the curved rectangles of the eyebrows. Do this getting progressively lighter with the pencil strokes as you work towards the inner side of the eye. This helps to make your drawing more realistic. Start with much darker shading on the inside of the eye, over the edges, over the outer part of the eyeball. Similarly, go for the second one. Now after these eyebrows, after highlighting them, now start from the left side of the face and work from the outside to the center. This will help to keep the shadow effect that you have already started on the left side of the nose. Now shade with your darkest pencil along the outside edge of the face, like this, moving lighter as you approach the underside of the center of the eye. Keep the shading light here also until you start to reach the dark shading that's already in place next to the nose. Now similarly follow this for the second phase. Yeah. Now as you did with the nose, start to go over your light outline that you previously drew for the lips. Shade between the darkest with the darkest pencil that you have in your hand. Now with the lighter shading from the bottom of the lip and moving in an upward direction to the top of the lip, getting slightly lighter with the shading as you go. shade with your dark pencil around the inside edges and become gradually lighter as you move towards the upper and lower part. So once the lips are completely shaded, draw short and dark lines from over the edges to give the illusion of plump lips. Now you can start adding hair to your face. Finally, draw individual curved lines from the center of the top of the head that curve down around the side of the face. The lines should be darker in the middle and become gradually lighter before darkening again along the left side of the face. You will repeat this on the right side of the face with lighter shading. As you did with the left side, try to do the same with the right, giving it a more symmetrical appearance, but try to be more darker on this side. Now, as you did previously, try to do the same. You can even use your other hand if you have trained or you have practiced like almost a few times back. Be more intuitive in these final last strokes for giving a more prominent feel to your face. Now you can use your other hand for this to give a more symmetrical look like this. Start giving a few darker shades in between and then a lighter ones at the top and the bottom. Giving a few light strokes from top to bottom and over the edges. Now try to highlight the hair boundary of the left side in comparison to the right one. Starting from the edges and going towards the corners like this. Give a few dark strokes over the top and then over the middle. These strokes remember to be Now finally start darkening the prominent and more visible features of the face, eyebrows, upper part of the eye and upper part of the eyelids. Try to dark them with darker shades going from inward to outward. Now start with the eyebrows, giving darker of the below side of the eyelids. Similarly do the same for the left eye. This will give a more realistic look to the front facing of your sketch. Now end your hair of the righter part with more darker shades over the side, over the edges, giving light and dark ones in a random manner. This will give a more realistic way to your writer side. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel.